A wonderful morning going out to all our viewers from around the world. I am Ibrahim Abalde, and this is QTV This Morning. We are back again. Well, it's a very cool morning, and it's good to rain. I mean, when it rains, cats and dogs, at the end of the time, the results become a very cool morning the following day. So I have Julde with me. Julde is glittering, looking beautiful as usual. And we have Mr. Ade. Julde, good morning.
Thank you, Walde. I'm flattered. Good morning to you. Good morning to Mr. Ade and to our viewers from wherever they are watching us. I know it's not only, we don't only have Gambian viewers, we have them from all over the world. Yesterday someone commented and said,
we had a young man from
I'm watching
Kano
you from
Nigeria.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm watching you from Nigeria.
Yeah.
So our fans in Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, and our country, Cabo Verde.
Sister Janaba in the UK, I'm pretty sure she will soon send me a message telling me I'm watching your program.
We are saying good morning to all of you.
Yeah.
We are indeed, and I love the way that Balde introduced us. He says, I have Julde looking beautiful, and we have Mr. Ade. I mean, like, come on, what kind of introduction is that?
Mr. Ade, you are always nice. Balde, retrieve your statement.
Like seriously, dude.
Well, Mr. Ade, I cannot pretend.
But
so you want me to pretend that Mr. Ade, the handsome Mr. Ade?
Well, there you go. That's, you know.
I cannot pretend. I'm just kidding.
I know, but to our viewers, honestly, and we've been getting a lot of viewers in Sierra Leone recently, and so to the viewers in Sierra Leone who've been contacting me on WhatsApp and on Facebook, also welcome to the program.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. And on the program, we'll take a look at the proverb, and from the proverb, we'll invite Chef Bojang in the studio. I mean, Gambia wins vegan jollof categories at the Wafis, competition. I think it's another step for the country. Chef have been doing this and representing Gambia in different platforms.
He has indeed, and jollof rice always sparks a debate, as it did this morning. Like, as I was saying to my colleagues upstairs, we all know that it originated from here, but just to be controversial, it doesn't necessarily mean that Gambia and Senegal make the best jollof rice. But of course, when you say that, that's like you want to start a war. ECOWAS might have to be called in and to mediate. What has always annoyed me is that if you go online, you find the debate seems to be between Nigeria and Ghana. And sorry, Nigeria, sorry, Ghana, but you don't make the best either. But hey, let's not even go there. It would be nice when we hear from Chef Bojang.
Yeah. I mean, they took ownership of the jollof rice. I'm surprised that they're saying that it's from Ghana, others are saying it's from Nigeria.
I mean, we know that the very name is obviously from this region.
Yeah.
But, I was explaining to our colleague Troy, that's like saying that, the English invented the modern game of football. Doesn't mean that they're the best at it. So just because you invented something doesn't mean that you're the best at it. And the same applies to food. Food travels and it kind of mutates and it becomes something else from its origin.
Everybody, you have your touch on it. One thing we are pretty sure as Gambians and Senegalese, we know our Chepujen Pendambai. Any day you test that, I mean, you are going to know. It's far better than the fried rice.
There you are.
It's better than many of these jollof rice prepared by other countries.
There you are.
Especially, I love the Chepujen with the white big fish. I love that.
Now you have people getting salivating now. They're like, oh my gosh, I wish I had some of that.
So on the program too, we'll be talking to Bundung Maternal Health Clinic. They conducted a community engagement. It's important. We all know how significant Bundung Health Clinic is. They play a very crucial role when it comes to maternal health and, children's health. So we'll be talking to Khadija Tuba, head of duty room, and Mary Gomez, senior nursing officer, focal person National Health Insurance Scheme. They'll be here in the studios to take us through some of these activities. But Julia, first let's take a look at the African proverb.
Okay, our African proverb this morning reads, "He who sows himself everywhere will someday look for a place to hide."
Hey, Balde, are they talking about you?
Are you everywhere? he's in Weltare. Yeah. He's in this morning.
It sounds
and
like
he's an advertising.
There was a song by Youssou N'Dour, wasn't there? which kind of was about that. But yeah, it's interesting because you know, there are people who it's like everywhere you go you see them, or you turn on your TV, they're like, are there 2 or 3 of this person? Because yesterday they were here, today they're here, and tomorrow they'll be somewhere else. I don't know about, you know, look for a place to hide, because, you know, I guess if you're everywhere, it means that people know almost everything about you. And I guess this is what this is about. It's not just about the kind of you physically being there, but it's not, you know, you probably put your nose in other people's business as well. And then when it's your turn and you don't want people to know your business, it's too bad, because, you know, everybody knows. They say, yeah, well, I know where you can find him, you know, and, you know, you want to hide, you want some quiet quality time by yourself. You can't have it because, you know, everybody knows where you hang out. So, you know, yeah.
I'm about to start a jollof rice war. Our Ghanaian brothers are retaliating now.
Trust me, tell them to chill.
I will take you to Ghana, you try our jollof rice, Ghanaian jollof rice.
Tell them to chill.
Come on, there is nothing that Ghana can do when it comes to jollof rice.
Jollof rice, if you want to start a fight in West Africa, start talking about fufu or jollof rice, like who makes the best fufu. And then you'll find that everybody makes it in a different way.
Yeah.
And for many people, it's what you get used to is what you probably think is the best. And upstairs, I was telling our colleagues that, you know, at Brixton Town Hall about 7-8 years ago, they had a jollof rice competition, and it was won by somebody from Grenada. That's in the Caribbean. And I asked her, I interviewed her after, I said, you know, where did you learn to cook it? And she said she was at university with somebody from Nigeria. I said, yeah, well, Nigeria. I said, you know, come on. You know, but she won. And I said to her, I said, I have to be honest with you. I said, having tasted yours and all the others, as a West African, I wouldn't have chosen yours. I said, I'm not trying to be horrible, but the people who did the tasting, there was somebody who was English, there was somebody from Jamaica, there was somebody from Trinidad. I said, these are not West Africans. I said, but I guess food is food. If that's the one that they found the nicest, then I can't argue. I said, but as a West African, I wouldn't have chosen yours as representing jollof rice.
Well, I've seen a lot of preparation when it comes to jollof rice building. I've seen the fried rice. I don't seem to like the fried rice much because the way it is made and the way it tastes. So I don't know, for some reason.
Fried rice is fried rice. Let's just park it in the corner. It's not jollof rice.
Yes, yes, I know.
You know,
yeah. So it's the preparation. We all have different means and ways of preparing this. But to be very honest, jollof rice originates from the Gambia and Senegal.
I just used the analogy about football. Nobody is disputing that. Nobody is disputing that. That's the one thing that is not in dispute. What is in dispute is that, is it the best? Like anything, it's like whoever invented the first car doesn't mean that that person and that nationality will be the best car maker. You know, you can invent something. Doesn't mean that you're the best. Nobody's disputing where it came from. That's not in dispute.
Yes. But who took it to another level?
Who took it to the different level?
Julia, let's move with the African
Gambia
proverb.
took it to the next level.
Mind you, so a lot of people are watching this and they're just smiling like, yeah, we know, but we're not as loud as everybody else.
Now, to prove us wrong, bring all these things on this table next week so that we can test it.
That's the best. That's the best.
So, yeah, we already dealt with the African proverb, of course, and Mr. Ade gave his side of the story. Yeah, I think I would pretty much agree with him. You know, if you saw your face, if you are everywhere, someday you will find a place to hide. You can't be a jack of all trades, and it's just the saying, like, if you are a jack of all trades, you will be a master of none at some point, because you will not be an expert in anything. You will just be everywhere, visible everywhere. And I think that's the problem we have in this country. Like, people are literally everywhere. You know, today you see them in politics, tomorrow you see them in business, the other day you see them in doing entrepreneurship. So they are literally everywhere, and they don't seem to belong to any particular group. So that's a problem we have. Oftentimes, even our school education, if you look at it, sometimes they will say we are a jack of all trades, but we are master of none. Like, when I was going to school, I would read biology, geography, literature, English, you know, mathematics and all other subjects, PE and all of that. But today, if you ask me a simple question in biology, perhaps I would find it very difficult
But
to answer.
isn't that, in terms of education, isn't that the whole purpose of higher education? So if you go to university, you would then narrow it down. You would have learned all of those things, but you say, I want to be a structural engineer, I want to be a civic engineer, I want a civil engineer, or I want to be a lawyer or an accountant and so on. But it's good to get the grounding.
Yeah,
you know, you say, you know.
Absolutely, I'm not disputing that, but many people are also arguing that that's the reason why we find it very difficult in this country to have experts in a particular area. You find, like, here we have few experts in areas. So that's the problem, because we are literally everywhere.
We're generalists.
Exactly.
Yes,
So, but if we specialize, like, not like, it's good that, you know, we touch on different areas, but if you are reading English, maybe focus on literature, history, you know, geography and all of those, you know, but not just
I think
biology, sciences and all that. Like, if you're reading science, let it be science. If you're reading commerce, let it be commerce. But here you see commerce students reading literature. You see commerce students doing all sorts of things. You see art students reading biology, geography and all other, you know, science subjects.
Let me throw it to you now that you brought it up. At what age do you think it would be wise for people to start to specialize in the way that you...
School.
No, age. I'm so old school. Senior secondary school doesn't mean anything to me. So, age, 14, 15, 16. What age?
Well,
what
I think
age?
that would be difficult, because here we don't go by age. No, we don't go by age in the school system.
Right.
We don't go by age. So it's like, if you are in the junior school or senior secondary school, perhaps we could categorize it, perhaps, and say, okay, I think we should start specializing in junior school, or perhaps we should start specialization in our senior secondary level. But oftentimes we are starting specialization very late in our career, which is the University of the Gambia or other tertiary institutions. And we are also seeing that we have a big problem, because oftentimes when you graduate, my younger sister, I was talking to her, she's going to grade 12, and I was, you know, we were chatting the other day, and I asked her, what do you want to be? She said, I don't even know, like, if I graduate, I don't know what I want to do.
That's the point I was going to come to.
She's confused. Yeah, she's confused. But if because for me, I believe that because she's everywhere, at some point, she can't even figure out what her talent is, or what her craft is, what she wants to do, what she is really good at, because she's everywhere. But
and it's funny, in a way, that is what defeats your argument, because at a young age, you actually don't know. And so if you, because it's, as you go, as you get older, 13, 14, 15, that's probably when you start to think, okay, maybe I want to be a doctor, maybe I want to. But so, for me, I've got nothing against kind of generalizing, but what the schools should do is try and tease out from you, what are your strengths? I was in class with guys who were brilliant footballers. They were rubbish at biology and physics. But the school system didn't cater for them to go on and develop as footballers, so they could have a career as a footballer, you know? And so they were forced to learn maths and physics and biology and chemistry and literature and so on. So I get the point. But I think, you know, at a certain age, when you're young, you probably don't know what you want to do. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. But, you know, as you get older, you get a chance, because then you know what your strengths are. And the school can also assess what your strengths are. And then they can start to guide you, because I was quite shocked when some 2 years ago or so, they had a kind of career guidance fair, and they said it was the first ever. I'm like, what? Even the most rubbish schools in England have a career guidance officer that can guide people. They come and talk to them. You know, what would you like to do? What are your strengths? What are your interests? What are your hobbies? Can that be a career? And so on. But we don't have that.
Well, you know, the problem that we have to is people cannot specialize on certain things because of the system. At times, you finish as a lawyer, but at some point you don't have cases. Sometimes this can hinder why people don't focus on certain areas. Maybe you want to specialize on technical, you understand? At the end of the time, when you finish, that environment is not there for you to work. So that's why people keep jumping from one place to another. I've seen friends that, you know, they study medicine. They studied science during high school, and they are journalists. It's not very far. I am one of them. I did pure science when I was going to school.
Okay.
You understand? I was, in fact, among the people that were supposed to go to Venezuela to study medicine.
We'll start calling you Dr.
But I have to, I mean, you know, change my way. You understand? Because this is what I want to do.
Why
You never belong in the science field.
But
well, exactly.
Yeah, you never belong in the science field. That's just it. You never belong. Like,
why were you studying pure science? That's what I'd like to know. Did anybody force you there?
Well, actually, the thing is, my dad wanted me to be a doctor. You understand? So when we went to the high school, I mean, when they said to me, "What do you want to choose?" He chose it for me.
Oftentimes that's the case.
He chose it for me. You understand?
Parents don't do that.
So what happened?
And oftentimes that's the case.
So I had this feeling I want to be a medical doctor. So I was focusing on doing my thing. You understand? But after I graduated, I realized, now look, I don't even want to be a doctor. I want to do media. You understand? So that's how I ventured. And that's why most of my colleagues now, they are doctors. The likes of Dr. Njai, Dr. Kante. These are all doctors now. When they see me, they'll call me
and
doctor.
You are journalist in
doctor
here.
Change to journalist. You understand? So, but it's not a bad idea. This is what I love. You understand? This is what I want to do. So I've gone in for what I love.
I mean, I'm not sure I ever knew what I wanted to do. Even as I got late into school, 15, 16, my parents probably wanted me to be a lawyer. So did I at one time, and eventually went into law school, but I dropped out because I realized it wasn't for me, and I was doing it probably because I thought that's what everybody expected of me, including my parents. And you have to, when it came to journalism, I've always been somebody who I've always written. So even when I was in school, in secondary school, I edited the school magazine, you know, so I've always done that for as long as I can remember. You know, I'm talking about when I was like 14. So I guess that seemed like a natural thing to go into sort of later on in life. But just, I like to read and I like to write. Yeah,
so we have a message from Don Williams in Farafenye.
The Don.
The Don man.
The Don Dada.
He said, Mr. Ade, you are looking good and gorgeous. All right?
He's trying to say what you didn't say.
He said students are confused because most of the time parents interfere in students' choice of career.
There's an element of, more than an element, there's a lot of truth in that. And I say if parents are watching, listen to your children and listen to what they would like to do. Don't try and say you must do this, you must do that because you think that's, because you're forcing them to go into a path that's not really something that they want to do. But parents hardly ever listen. They always think they know best for your children. But you know, you're their parent, but you're not living their life, and you're not going to be living their life, you know, for them. So, you know, listen to them, speak to them, and try and find out what it is they would like to do. But having said that, when I told my parents I wanted to be a professional footballer, they just laughed. You know, because even though I was good at football, I think my mother summed it up best. She said, yeah, but every season you get injured. She said, imagine if you're a professional footballer, you spend half the time on the treatment table. She said, no, find something else to do. So, you know, in that case, I had to listen to that, you know, so it's
I'm told we are supposed to take a break now. And we'll take a break.
Sadly.
Yes, but after the break, we'll be back.
Technology has always been at the forefront of our lives, and the way we use it has evolved drastically over the years. With the advent of 5G internet, we are entering a new era of technological innovation that promises to transform the way we live, work, and play. 5G internet is capable of providing data speeds up to 100 times faster than 4G, making it the ideal solution for streaming high-quality videos, playing online games, and downloading large files on the go. 5G internet is already transforming cities across the globe, powering smart cities, self-driving cars, and virtual reality experiences that were once thought impossible. 5G internet is also paving the way for Internet of Things, allowing for seamless connectivity between devices and the creation of a truly connected world. For the first time in the Gambia, QCell is bringing tomorrow's technology to you today with the launch of QCell 5G Internet. Get ready to experience the out-of-this-world wonders of QCell's 5G Internet. For more information, call 111. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
Yeah, so we are back, and this is QTV This Morning. I just want to scroll and check if we have any newspaper headline.
Well, if we don't, whilst you're scrolling, there is a big story which broke, and it's kind of made news around the world. A boat was found with 60 would-be migrants off the coast of Cape Verde, and it said they were all Senegalese or Sierra Leoneans, and they were a bit perplexed because that's not usually the route via Cape Verde that these boats take. So they think they may have lost their way, and that's why they ended up off the coast of Cape Verde, of one of the Cape Verdean islands. And unfortunately, 60 of them died.
Wow.
And they think that they had been at sea for as long as a month, which again lends some credence to the fact that they might have lost their way. It probably wasn't the way they meant to go, and they ended up, maybe whoever was navigating wasn't very good at navigating, and so they ended up going, rather than going up along the coast, they went in a straight line, from Senegal, which will take you in a straight line, literally in a straight line to Cape Verde.
And how many of them died?
60.
60 of them died?
60.
Died?
Wow.
They've found 60 bodies.
Unfortunate incident.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's unfortunate. I mean, still our youth are engaging, in this dangerous
This so-called backway journey.
Despite all the efforts
And
that are...
despite the effort and despite incidences like this,
Yeah.
people will hear this, and somebody who's watching this or listening to this right now is probably getting ready to go on one of those boats tomorrow. I mean, that's, you and I, we find it crazy
I don't know.
they are willing to take such a, it's a risk.
Sometimes I wonder if it's a cause in Africa, like, is it a cause? Like, I can't really believe it. Every day you hear people are dying in a very... week before last, I think I saw a video circulating where they were taking out bodies in the sea.
Yeah, 40 something.
Yeah, I was like, when I look at that, I shed tears. I was like, how can you see something like that? And other bodies, they're all white. Their bodies turned white. And you're seeing that, yet still, you still want to embark on this journey.
Yeah, let us also try to be realistic here. I mean, have you ever seen a European or an American or someone from another country using the backway to come to Africa?
No, they don't need to.
It's not possible.
They don't.
Why? Because all their systems, even if they are not perfect, at least they suit the needs of their citizens. That's why most people are using, most people are comfortable, they don't engage. If the systems were bad there, worst, they would have existed their countries without even wasting time.
Yeah, although you have Europeans here who, when you speak to them, the reason they're here in the Gambia, not all of them, some of them, is because they can't get work over there, but they come here and they get employed straight away because of the color of their skin. We have that. But in Africa, what you find is that there is a lot of systems have broken down. A lot of our countries are badly run, and everybody knows that during the time of Yahya Jammeh, he was the reason stroke excuse that people used as to why they wanted to leave, and so it became a thing. We all know that Gambia contributed disproportionately high numbers considering its size, and so how small it is. There's no logic why more Gambians than Senegalese and Guineans combined were trying to make that journey. Just, you hear it and you think, how is that possible? And yet that is the truth. In Spain alone, in the course of 4 years, they registered 40,000 Gambians who'd made that journey, successfully made the journey. Never, and that's just to Spain. It's remarkable. But people hear these terrible tales of people dying and they will still go. We did a story back in 2019, when 61 people died, and some of the survivors were brought to our office here at Kairaba Avenue, Choi was interviewing them. He's probably watching, and he can confirm this. 5 of them, young boys, you know. And when he'd finished speaking to them, I sort of commiserated with them because they'd lost some friends and so on. And I said, you know, I hope this has made you change your mind. And the senior boy among them said, no, there's a boat going next Friday, and we're going on it. So
yeah, and
you've been rescued from a boat where 61 people have drowned.
Well, you know,
because it capsized.
The thing is, I mean, if you
amazing,
if you once experience it, if you come back without succeeding, you are tempted to go again.
Yeah.
Because I've seen people that went, they suffered and they returned to the Gambia, and they have.
And they have this slogan of "Get rich or die trying."
No, die trying. That's an old
Absolutely.
slogan, but. What was also remarkable about that incident, very quickly, was that there was a guy who said he was a waiter at a hotel near where the boat was taking off. He hadn't even paid, but when he saw everybody clambering on board, he jumped on board. And he said that maybe it was meant to be that he was one of those who was rescued. He said, I'll never do it again. He had a job. It wasn't that, you know, and like he told us, he said, I hadn't even paid, but because I saw everybody getting on the boat, I just jumped on it. And you know, he said, luckily, I was one of those who was rescued.
Wow.
You know, it's a strange thing.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the way people address the issue of migration, I mean, people taking the back way, you know, getting to Europe. Do you think other organizations, the people that claim to be helping out to fight migration or discourage people from using the back way, do you think they are doing enough? You
know, when you listen to what I've just said, I'm not sure what more they can do. If you have seen with your own eyes 61 people drown in a boat, and you're telling me I'm going next Friday, what the hell can anybody do to change you or stop you? There's nothing. Your mind is made up. Your mind is made up.
It's decolonizing the mind.
So I don't care which organization you want to name. There's nobody who's going to change that person's mindset. Yes. There is nobody who will change that person's mind, and so it's a very tough one. And some of them, like one of the guys told us, they sold the family car to fund his trip. So obviously there's pressure from the family for him to make that journey. You know, I mean,
I can remember in
what can an organization do?
Is it 2017? I covered, I was at the Banjul International Airport to cover when they were returning these migrants from Germany. Yes. There was a father who came to receive his son. You know, when he saw his son, the father cried bitterly. And I was there to consult with the father, like, please, it's okay, calm down. The father said to me, you know how much I spent? You know, I sold my compound. You know, I sold my car for my son to go to this back way.
Wow.
And I've lost everything.
And that's a story that I've heard many times since I've come to the Gambia.
Yeah.
And so those are the pressures. So when you say, you know, these organizations, are they doing enough? I'm not sure there's anything they can do. Because how can they stop their father from selling his compound? You know, it's not just the young man or woman who makes the journey or tries to make the journey. It's the family, and that family pressure. Father's crying, not because, you know, he should be happy that his son is alive and he's back, but no, he's crying at the fact that he has lost everything. Because he funded that journey and it's not worked out.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, let's see what will happen. Let's see how best to, I mean, keep pushing. Let us send more communications outside, discouraging people from using the back way. You know, last week I asked of a boy. Normally he comes to my house and we brew green tea, and I asked of him last week. They said to me he is on his way to Italy. I said to the guy, what, he got a visa to Italy? He said to me, no way. I mean, he's using the Tunisian
like you said, we have to fix this continent. If we don't fix the continent, our youthful population will, you know, continue embarking on this journey.
Disappear.
Yeah, and they will die, whatever will happen, but that will not stop them. So we have to fix this continent, we have to create more jobs, we have to create more factories, we have to, you know, assure them that the future is Africa, and the future is here, and we can make it here. They can be successful in this continent and not go outside. But if that is not happening, if they're just seeing people talking and talking and talking, the poor is getting poorer, the rich is getting richer, I mean, there is nothing you can do to stop them.
I mean, somebody, I won't name him, but somebody asked me yesterday, he said, you know, how have you found it since you left England to come and live in the Gambia? And I said, I will be honest with you, it's been a challenge. You know, I've lived for 42 years in a country where when I come home, I flick on the light, it comes on. I turn on the tap, the water comes on. I said, where I live now, I've gone 3 weeks. I've had 2 nights of electricity when I've gone home at 10 o'clock in those 3 weeks. That is ridiculous.
Wow.
You know, I said, look at the roads. I said, it's rained. This was yesterday. I said, it's rained. I said, the roads have nearly destroyed my car because I'm driving in places where the water is so much that I can't see where the holes are. And you hear boom, and that's the bottom of your car scraping against something. I said, but guess what? I'm not going to run away and run back to England. I have to find a way to stay here, make a noise, so we fix it.
We change.
Look, if we Africans don't fix Africa, it's not about calling the Chinese to come and build our roads, build our bridges, build our house. We have to do it ourselves. We can't all be running away. I belong to a WhatsApp group of 150 people. We're all Africans. I'm the only one who lives in Africa. I mean, that's embarrassing.
It is.
It's embarrassing. You know, we're all sitting there, we're all enjoying this stuff, and we're complaining every time we come, oh, it's this, it's that.
Exactly.
Now come here and fix it.
Yeah, yeah. That reminds me, you talked about, I mean, bad roads. I mean, look at the drainage system yesterday.
What drainage
as I was driving.
Well, we have been talking about this
as
drainage
I was driving,
forever,
going,
like.
from Westfield to Talinding area.
Yeah.
I don't think there is a use for that drainage system now.
You thought, I didn't know there was a Bojang here.
It's useless because I mean,
like,
the purpose is to carry the water. I
Yeah,
mean, for easy flow of water. But now the water is not flowing.
It's
in
banking.
there.
It's banking.
Now it's on the main highway.
Yeah.
So what is the use? I mean, I think they did a very bad job on that road.
Yeah, I mean, there are several roads like that. And if anybody endured the heavy rainfall we had last night, from about 8 o'clock onwards, I left the office about 9:45. And I'm telling you, it was hell. There were places where the water was as high as my tire, and I've got a SUV. So yeah, there was a guy riding one of these geles, and I thought he's not going to go into the water. He went, and of course the thing just kind of overwhelmed his vehicle. I thought it was rather stupid of him because you could see that it was quite deep. But that was what we had to endure. So all of these things we have to endure them. But I think we have to stay here. We have to complain about it here, but we have to find a way of fixing, not just complain.
How
about
are we going to fix it? When are we starting?
Well, you get like-minded people. So, for example, this morning I decided not to take the Sokuta road. I took from the airport road on the main road, the highway. And I said to Troy and Matilda, who were in the vehicle with me, I said, this is what we should be experiencing. When this road is finished, there was no way where I went through and there was mud or water had gathered. It was a smooth road for, I don't know, 1.5 miles, 2 miles, all the way to traffic light. And I thought, oh, I'll use this road from now on. It's not finished yet, but it's getting close to finish. So there is development taking place and infrastructural development that will help. But once that is done, I don't think we should leave it to just the main roads. We have all these side roads.
Feeder roads, yeah.
And these, feeder roads that they also need to be fixed. And honestly, if you look at them, fixing them should not be a big problem, because if you look at what needs to be done to them, well, there are so many of them, they're just bitty, and they just kind of left potholes and so on. But it's a slow
if you use the
journey.
If you use Abuko, the backway from the Abuko police station,
right,
and just connecting on the main road of Churchillstown, the road at that point is very bad to an extent. If you come with your car, even to climb and correct the main highway becomes a problem. Yeah. Even this morning, I struggled to get on the main highway, and I had my car at the back. It knocked, bumped.
By somebody. Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I think NRA should be looking into those things as well.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a matter of fixing it. We understand sometimes financial constraint. You can be like, we don't have the money, but you have money to fix certain things. Please, guys, let's do something. This is our country.
Let's get
fix
to
it.
work.
And it's a small country. That's the tragedy of it.
But very difficult to manage.
Exactly.
Zambia is a small country,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, but very difficult.
Well, you know, when people tell me that I'm going to be president
Yeah.
one day, I ask them why. They
Yes.
say because it's a small country, it should be easy to manage. I said, why has nobody managed
It's
it yet?
time, Mr. Ade, you know. Well, thank you very much, Ade, for, coming on the newspaper review.
Always a pleasure.
You
Always.
know,
Thank you.
we should be doing this next week again, you know.
Inshallah.
All right. So, viewers, we'll take a short break. After the break, then we will talk to Khadija Tuba, head of duty room at the Bundung Maternal Health Clinic, and Mari Gomez, senior nursing officer, focal person, National Health Insurance Scheme. We'll be right back.
Technology has always been at the forefront of our lives, and the way we use it has evolved drastically over the years. With the advent of 5G internet, we are entering a new era of technological innovation that promises to transform the way we live, work, and play. 5G internet is capable of providing data speeds up to 100 times faster than 4G, making it the ideal solution for streaming high-quality videos, playing online games, and downloading large files on the go. 5G internet is already transforming cities across the globe, powering smart cities, self-driving cars, and virtual reality experiences that were once thought impossible. 5G internet is also paving the way for Internet of Things, allowing for seamless connectivity between devices and the creation of a truly connected world. For the first time in the Gambia, QCell is bringing tomorrow's technology to you today with the launch of QCell 5G Internet. Get ready to experience the out-of-this-world wonders of QCell's 5G Internet. For more information, call 111. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
The future is now. With QCell's 5G network, experience speeds like never before with our new 5G Rocket Fixed Internet plan. Get speeds from 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. Your 5G-enabled devices. Walk into QCell headquarters to get one of our 5G routers and experience the true feeling of 5G. Only with QCell. QCell brings you the future. Tech, innovation, incredible speed. The future is now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
QCell brings you the future with our ultimate bundles. Enjoy the best voice and data bundle plans in one package. Get unlimited data packages with flexible validity and enjoy what true internet feels like. Get 30 minutes of on-net and off-net calls with 5 gigabytes of data for just $350. Or get bigger bundle packages from 10 gigabytes to 20 gigabytes with over 100 on-net and off-net voice calls and enjoy the fastest internet speed in the Gambia. You can also buy 1-day, 3-day or even 7-day packages and enjoy unlimited data bundles with uncapped speeds. Just dial *343# today and experience the limitless capabilities of the QCell network. *343# should be your favorite code to dial now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
Step into the Espas Motors showroom for your luxurious name brand vehicle. Located along the Bertil Harding Highway, Espas Motors is the Gambia's authorized dealer for Chery, Kia, Ford, and now we bring you the new Peugeot model 3008 SUV. 18-inch alloy wheels, 216 inches high ground clearance, keyless entry system, start and stop button, rear parking assistance system with reverse camera, adaptive cruise control with speed limit, LED daytime running lights, front and side airbags, 8-inch HD touchscreen. Not to forget our exquisite Peugeot Landtrek double cabin pickup with 2.1-liter diesel engine, 6-speed manual transmission 4x4, hill descent control, LED daytime running lights. Espas Motors, the authorized dealer for Peugeot. Visit us today or call us on 35-2222 or 353-4444.
Do your banking the smart way with the new Aji Bank mobile app. Transfer money to any bank account in the Gambia. Top up airtime for all networks. Pay utility bills. Check your account balance and view mini statements. Request for ATM cards, request for checkbooks, and more in a single touch. So, do your banking in a smart way. Do your banking now with Aji Bank mobile app. Every time is banking time. Aji Bank, your investment partner. You asked for it, and QCell is giving it to you with our new and improved Sunyu Bundle Mega Promo. Now you can get more data at cheaper prices. Buy any of our bundle packages and enjoy massive discounts. Dial *303# and enjoy browsing on the network with the biggest coverage. Buy a 20 megabytes data bundle for as low as $7 and 50 bottles today, or purchase bigger bundles up to 20 gigabytes. Yes, that's right, 20 gigabytes of data at your fingertips. With our mega promo bundles, you can browse more, chat longer, and stay connected on the go, anytime, anywhere. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, we innovate, orders follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Yeah, so we're back, and this is QTV This Morning. I am Ibrahim Abalde. Now let's talk to Khadijatu Bah, head of duty room, Bundung Maternal Health Clinic. Of course, Marie Gomez, a senior nursing officer, focal person again for National Health Insurance here. Ladies, you're welcome on this platform. Ñu ngi leen a dalal, naka ngeen def, naka seen suba. Wow. All right, so nañ dooree seen community engagement boo leen def yaagut. Bëggoon nañ ngeen wax ñu si tuuti rek, xam naa nañ doo starté ak Marie.
Jërëjëf Ibrahima, right?
Yeah, Ibrahima.
Jërëjëf, last week la woon ñu ngi indi woon ñi nga xamante ne ñoo nekk jiit si goxi Bundung, Nema ak Latrikunda. Ëpp doole bi ñu dee gis dañ dee jóge ci gox googu noonu leen. So dañ leen oowoon pour ñu waxtaan ak ñoom ñu gën leen a dëgëral won leen li nga xamante ne loolu mooy suñ liggéey ci Bundung. Li tax ñi defoon li mooy ne balaa ñu doon oo kilifa yi ni Bundung ci boppam dañ amoon daje buñ defoon Sir Dawda Kairaba Hall. Ci biir ndaje boobu amoon nañ ay National Assembly members si ñëwoon ñu jiite goxi Bundung ak ñi nga xamante ne ñu ngi ci Health Select Committee bi tamit ñëwoon nañ fekkee ko biñ waxtaanee ak ñoom dañ doon gestu lan lañ liggéey ci at yi 2022 ñu doon woon nit ñi rek Ministry of Health ak ñu bëri ñu fa teewoon lan lañ liggéey ci at bi ñaata nit lañ gis ak lan nga xam lan moo nekk suñ teexa loolu lañ doon woon nit ñi ci biir waxtaan boobu noonu kilifa yi nga xamante ne ñoo fa teewoon ñu ne nañ leen ko éggali tamit ci gox gi mooy alkaali yi VDC leaders yi community elders yi jigéen yi jiite kafoo yi ñu éggali waxtaan bi ci ñoom it ñu mun a xam ci lan lañ nekk ak lan mooy suñ jafe-jafe ak ñun lan lañ soxla ci gox gi pour liggéey gi mu mun a gën a dem kanam loolu moo waraloon ndaje bi ñu amoon semaine bi passé nii ñu ko ooyee community engagement
ok loolu am na solo lool ndaje bi at the end of the time ban njëriñ ngeen si am because soo gisee dara mu xew dañ bugg a positive result so lan ngeen si nama ak lan ngeen ci am
waaw amoon nañ si li angale di ne objectives si mooy woon benn si yooyu mooy woon ne dañ bëggoon a joxe feedback mooy dañ bëggoon a woon nit ñi suñ liggéey fan la toolu beneen bi mooy dañ bëggoon a woon askan bi li nga xamante ne ñun gis nañ ko ñun li nga xamante ne ñun ñoo leen a seet saa yu ne li nga pour ñu mun ñoom it ñu mun a moom ñun liñ leen a defal saa su ne you know they have to take ownership of the services that the hospital offers li nga xamante ne loolu la hospital bi di yëngatu dañ bëgg a ñoom ñu xam ko bu baax ñu xam lan mooy si seen taxawaay ñoom it loolu lañ doon waxtaanee loolu lañ si bëggoon a achieve beneen bi mooy ñu ngi leen doon dëgëral tamit ñu mun a waxtaan ak seen gox yi waxtaane nañ si ba dem ci yëfi jigéen yi biir yi dem nañ ci xale yu ndaw yi nga xamante ne léegi mu am ñu dal seen kaw loolu yëpp waxtaane nañ ko nga xam ne ñoom ñooy kilifa gox yi bëggoon nañ ñu xam ne lii suñ jafe-jafe la lii ñu ngi koo gis ci lopitaan bi lan lañ war a mun a def suñ gox yi ñu mun a dëgëral nit ñi ci gox gi ñu mun a xam lan lañ war a defal seen bopp ak naka lañ war a toppatoo seen bopp ak kañ lañ war a ñëw lopitaan liggéey bi du ñun rek ñoom suñ si bokkut du sotti
du dem waaw ok Julde I think at this point mun nañu engage Khadija
too engagement bi yeneen jigéen yi la plus community members yi of course moom waxoon na ne is about the hospital waaye yéen area ngeen foog ne jigéen yi especially community members yi war nañoo jël ownership si hospital bi
ok asalaamaaleykum wa rahmatullahi taala wa barakaatu nuyu naa leen seen tur ak seen sant jërëjëf ngeen invite ñu fii pour ñu ñëw bokk ci seen programme bi ok comme ni nga ko waxee rek maa ngi tudd Khadijatou Bah sa laajte bi yaa ngi laajte lan la
for example kii dafa wax ne dañ bugga community bi ñu moom ownership of the hospital so ban area yan area ngeen foog ne dañ war a take ownership and what do you think is lacking as far as the hospital is concerned
waaw sa laajte boobu am na solo trop because fi ñu bugga community bi ñu bokka si ñun ñu dimbale leen bari na because soo ko seetee lopitaan bi dafa liggéey bi dafa xaaju si fànn yu bari am na ñoo xam ne liggéey si jigéeni biir rek la ñoo wéyee ni ñoo toppatooyee jigéeni biir ba pare ñooñu seen yoon boobu ni ñoo wéyee mooy ne naka la ñoo waxee ak ñoom naka la ñoo ñëwee kañ lañ war a ñëw si lopitaan bi naka la ñoo dimbalee seen boppa naka la ñoo lekkee lekk yu baax naka la ñoo jëlee normal li ñu war a jël ñu ñëw suñ wéree rek liggéeyu lopitaan bi dafaa yomb lii nga te su liggéeyu lopitaan bi yombee ñoom seen famille bi si boppam dafaa yomba si ñoom because duñ spend much pour mu ne dañ ko spend si faj waaw ba pare dangaa gis ne si suñ leen dimbalee faale wasi am biir bi noonu tamit suñ ñëwee dañ leen bëgg a tamit si waale wasin bi tamit di same thing si léebo bi boobu tamit dañ dee bëgg a ñu dégga liñ leen daa diggal yëpp suñ ko déggee suñ ko toppee ñu def ko ni mu waree def ñu dee yombal dinañu yombalal suñ liggéey bi yëpp te dina tax sax dinañ siif ay bakken yu bari because jigéen ñi biir dafa métti yaa ngi amee ñaari bakken ba ñetti bakken yaa ngi war a sawee yaay war a sawee doom yi ci biir bi so yooyu yëpp waxtaan yi ñu dee waxtaan a ñoom xibaar yi ñu leen dee jox si suñu ñëwee si noos bi ñu suñ ko déggee rek buñ ci wéyee rek dañoo am pour wécceeku di nga gis ne nañu yóbbu si kanam soo ñëwee si wàlli li ñoo wax si outpatient bi mooy ne mag yi xale yi ñu feebar ñi ñëw boobu tamit dafa am solo trop because foofu tamit dañ dee gis ne jafe-jafe daf dee am te suñ amee suñ ñëwee suñ déggee suñ waxtaan yi because da ngay gis ne ñun foofu li tax bundung ñu uti ak lopitaan yu bari mooy ne dañ dee waxtaan suñ fuñ mën fu di toll dañoo waxtaan ak suñ malade yi so da nga gis ne suñu waxtaan boobu ñoo def ak yéen dinañ leen woon yan yoon lañ war a toppa parce que su fekkee ne mag yi la ñi feebar nga feebar bañ a toog si kër gi toog bi feebar bi ëppa loxo nga ne dangaa jóg nga ñëw si lopitaan bi dafa tardé parce que waxtu bi nga àgga ak li ñu la war a dimbale du mun a bari sax li ñoo wax brought in death mooy ne isi boromam rek diggante balaa ñoo agsi ñu dee mbaa su ñoo agsi within 30 minutes ñu dee dafa bari léegi te suñ waxtaan yi daf dee jëfoo si yooyu ne suñ gisee yoo xam ne xamuñ ko seen boppa de gis nañ ay mandarga yoo xam ne suñ teelut a jóg ñu dinañ leen mun a roon mbokk yi famille bi ñoo war a bokk ak si ñun ñu toppa ñu déggal suñu waxtaan yooyu leen ñu ñëw ñu toppa ñu ñëw seet lopitaan bi jël service si ñu leen wax ak jox leen li ñu leen war a jox ñu faj leen li ñu war a faje yaakaar na suñ déggee li ñoo waxtaan ak ñoom rek di ko gis ne dina yombal liggéey bi te dinañ sowe ñu bari
so Marie Gomez yow Khadijatou wax nañu ne comme areas yoo xam ne daal ngeen feel ne dañoo mën a make best use of it but when it comes to community bi tamit xam naa ne gars yi am nañ ay concerns lan moo nekk some of the concerns yoo xam ne loolu lañ raise si hospital bi in terms of improvement
maa ngi fàttaliku defe naa kansula bi la woon kansula Bundung bi mu ngi doon laajte mu ne léegi ñoom dañ dee am jafe-jafe su ñëwee si biir hospital bi garab du leen dee mut duñ dee am garab
moom fan na national issue la
maa ngi fàttaliku mu ngi laajte lu mel noonu ci biir loolu noonu dégg la li dee xam nga Gambia healthcare bi it's almost free nguur bi ñoo ko dee dépense population bi mu ngi increase every time so demand bi it's high waaye am na lu nguur gi tam bugg a indi mooy health insurance duma si yëngu torop loolu mu ngi war a wàññi li nit ñi war a dépense ci seen poos yi jëmale ko ci seen wérgu yaram loolu su sootee defe naa jooy bi dina wàññeeku so ñu ngi ñaan nekk ne loolu na so liggéey bu bare ngay dem ci health insurance boobu waaw waaye su demee ba dëgër xam naa nguur gi dina taxaw explain
speaking of health insurance xam nga waxoon naa la ne we will talk about it because registrations were ongoing nit ñi ñu doon register am na ñu register am na ñoo xam ne they're yet to register so still na xamaanguñ ban level la toolu kan la ñoo ubbiwaat because I think people were told ne it's in phases comme registration bi is in phases how far with that
lu ma mën a wax si loolu rek mooy su nguur gi yënga jógee ne nit ñi ut seen kayit yi bu ko kenn caaxaane health insurance bi fa la jëm boo amut kayit bi di nga dépensal sa boppa yeneen yi waaye bu dee am nga ko bu liggéey bu bari cee dem nag fooguma ne dinaa si bugg a wax lu sori torop because ñu ngi liggéey it's a process boo xam ne it's ongoing lu ma mën a wax rek mooy na ku nekk jóg fu la gën a jege nga xam ne di nga fa mën a am kayit demal si lopitaan yi nga find out what is possible nga start di put sa boppa together su fekkee mun nga ko fa am dinañ la ko explainal su fekkee timeline bi tamit xëy na dinañ la ko mën a gën a leeral because there are people responsible for that waaw ñu nekkul suñu area that much waaw waaye let people get your national documents intact buñ dee xaar ba last minute bi su ko defee ñun ñëpp di jóoru benn place mu métti ba bugg a dee jógal nga dem utali sa doom yi yëpp kayit kenn waruta mën a juddu fi ba pare amuloo kayit once you find out from the people responsible mostly public health yi ñoo ko dee def ci facilities yi so dama encourage nit ñi nañ dem ci facilities ñu find out what is possible now dinañ leen ko leeralal
okay all right Bundung maternal health clinic
child hospital
waaw child hospital soo seetee da ngaa gis ne depuis buñ ko sosee man dama dee jaaxle naka ngeen amee that name bi nga xam ne koo waxal Bundung ne mu ne it's the best hospital you know te man gis naa ko because yóbbu naa fa ay nit pour delivery gis naa service bi gis naa attention bi how did you people manage to come to that level?
That's a difficult question to ask. And
what about them in?
Dangaa dem in. Okay,
wow. Thank you. Si laajte boobu nga laajte. Bundung maternal léegi won dañ ko doon wax ne Jammeh Foundation Peace Hospital. Lopitaan boobu su ma la waxee man maa ubbi lopitaan boobu. maay woon di first nurse biñ fa ebal. pour mu dem liggéey foofu. waaye nag fekka président dafa demoon meeting ba buddu so gars yi woon ko concerné lu fi lopitaan so mu joxe ndigal si kilifa lopitaan bi ne nañ fa ubbi immediate effect ci lañ ko ubbi that was 2001 mi mu ne nañ fa ubbi immediate effect so bi mu ko ubbee nag lan la ci ñi kaa def rek mooy ne ñu fa amoon di ñëw rek nañ def free service bu kenn fay so da nga gis ne dañ doon ñëw foofu ñuy liggéey ñuy ñibbi di faj nit ñi free dañ daan isi garab jox ko nit ñi free so su boobaa bi mu gisee ne ñu ngi yokku ñu commencé di isi ay nurses isi ay doctors ñu isi nurses ba ñu amoon suñ kilifa yi fa nekkoon parce que ki fa njëkkaa nekkoon mooy woon Mr Danfa moo doon administrateur bi waaye bi mu fa jógee ki ñëw wax Mr Keba Mané moom moo teg over def na fa liggéey bu am doole liggéey bu am solo because dafa liggéeyoon si lopitaan bi daf ñu gurumoon ñoo xam ne nañ bugg a liggéey bi ku fa mun di nekk da ngaa bugg a liggéey so su patient ñëwee da ngaa bugg a pour dimbale ko so da nga gis ne relationship boobu dee am diggante nurses ak malade yi tax na mu ngi naa tax patient yi ñu góom ñu am góom-góom si ñun ba pare da ngaa gis ne soo leen fajee nga nit soo ko fajee mu wér benn ñaar su génnee rek dafaa wax te su waxee dafaa gën a law dafaa dem so li da nga gis ne wax communication boobu wax diggante suñ ñun ak patient si time boobu communication ba tey sax dafa am solo si diggante ñun ak malade yi dee ñëw so dafa da nga gis ne dafa tax mu ici boobu close relationship suñ diggante ak ñoom so da nga gis dañ dee feel comfortable nit ñi de góom nañ ñu gis nañ suñ liggéey because soo seetee at bu nekk fi mu nekk nii sax suñ la waxee suñ statistique bi fi mu toll nii léegi ñu ngi at bi passé ñu ngi deliver si fekkee ne si wàllu jigéen ñi biir yi rek la ñu ngi deliver 5680 mooy juróomi junne juróom benn téeméer ak juróom-ñetti jigéen suñ ko méngooyee si ñi xam ne wasin nañ fa te wasin nañ am nañ seen doom yi ak bakken ñu ngi am 98%. mooy ne mu ngi mel ni téeméer bu nekkal juróom-ñeent fukk ak juróom-ñetta am nañ seen wasin nañ ak bakken.
Impressive.
gis na so loolu foo ko amee si béréb rek lan la boromam di def dañoo gën a nit ñi dañoo ñëw because ku nekk loolu la bëgga dafa bëgg a toppatoo bëgg a ni ñu yërëm leen ñu toppatoo leen den di nga gis ne dafa gën a yombal mu tax nag mu law nag liggéey bi gën a law fi mu nekk nii léegi xibaar bi fu nekk la nit ñaa ngi jóge bi base ñi ngay jóge fu nekk di ñëw faju si
amen I think that's impressive lii lañ soxla we all have a role to play xam nga soo ne development ak jëm kanami réew nekkul ne rek kenn mooy toog si koona bi waaye ñun yëpp we have a role to play yow bu nekkee si hospital bi nga nekka nga def sa liggéey kii ku nekk fii mu def liggéeyam keneen ak keneen def liggéeyam loolu moo ñëw yóbbu kanam finally balaa ñooy tàggatoo ak yéen because ñu ngi maa woon ne time bi jeex na lan ak lan foog nga ne so tey suñ ko bëggoon a yokkal bundung lan ngeen soxla
layte boobu luñ one of the challenges luñ am mooy space ñun place bi comme nu ko anti Hadi doon waxee nombre ñi faa ñëw dañ bëri torop léegi ñu am jafe-jafe ñëpp duñ mun a xëcc suñ delivery room capacity bi is 6 bedded so you're delivering 5,000 in a year over 5,000 in a year and nekkul just delivery other issues daf day mun a ñëw within the same place ñu ngi leen a treat so space suñ jafe-jafe la loolu soxla nañ si ndimbal torop waaw man foog naa loolu mooy suñ main priority right now space bi
waaw am na experience bu ma ko mos a am Julde and I need to say this when I took my wife for delivery dañ ma dugal si room bi pour ma taxaw foofu ba suma jabar wasin and why do you people do that because loolu daf ma xawoon a lifin de musuma experience loolu
da nga ragal bon yu bëri dañ dee xaw a ragal dañ start li ñoo woowe male involvement in maternity care liñ gis mooy research mu ngi wone ne certain complications that they happen just because the men are not involved am nga maternity that you have a lot of blood loss women dañ dee bleed sometimes their blood levels are low te ñu bëri ci ëpp doole ñu dee maye deret mooy góor ñi waaye da ngaa gis ne jigéen ji mu ngi ñëw ak mère bu màgget ci biir lopitaan bi kookoo seet nga soxla deret mu doog a nekk di call jëkkër ji kooku mu ngi feneen so that time bi nga war a negotiate bay ut blood bay indi jëkkër ji ci lopitaan bi it's critical for health care loolu moo tax dañ bëgg a góor ñi ñu dugal seen loxo si toppatoo seen jabar yi ñu bokk ci yaa ngi am xëy na 3 nurses wala 2 room si ñu ngi fees ku nekk mu ngay attend to another person waxuñ nga nekk midwife bi waaye for that psychosocial support boo xam ne the woman needs
it's very significant
nga taxaw foofu noonu you know so then they take time they help educate men we invite the men that whose wives are registered with us and we talk to them about the importance of coming one of the reasons is blood one of the psychosocial support it's important that you are part of the process bul dem ba last minute nga doog a dellu gannaaw du dee easy yeneen góor yi duñ ko dee mën a stand
waaw ba pare xam nga it's important tam because daf dee mën a change a lot si góor bi
absolutely
because xam nga mun a tiim sa jabar ba matu you know I think loolu tam daf dee mën a yokka dara si seen relation I think it's important you know and you know keep doing what you do you know well this is what we have on the segment now we will take a short break after the break we'll talk to Chef Bojang and his crew as you know recently Gambia emerged victorious when it on the jollof rice and the vegan categories at the Wafi's competition. So Chef Bojang is already in the studios with us. What we'll do, we'll take a short break. After the break, then we'll talk to him.
The future is now with QCell's 5G network. Experience speeds like never before with our new 5G Rocket Fixed Internet plan. Get speeds from 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. Your 5G-enabled devices. Walk into QCell headquarters to get one of our 5G routers and experience the true feeling of 5G. Only with QCell. QCell brings you the future. Tech, innovation, incredible speed. The future is now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyapus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
QCell brings you the future with our ultimate bundles. Enjoy the best voice and data bundle plans in one package. Get unlimited data packages with flexible validity and enjoy what true internet feels like. Get 30 minutes of on-net and off-net calls with 5 gigabytes of data for just $350. Or get bigger bundle packages from 10 gigabytes to 20 gigabytes with over 100 on-net and off-net voice calls and enjoy the fastest internet speed in the Gambia. You can also buy 1-day, 3-day or even 7-day packages and enjoy unlimited data bundles with uncapped speeds. Just dial *343# today and experience the limitless capabilities of the QCell network. *343# should be your favorite code to dial now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, we innovate, others follow.
Step into the Espas Motors showroom for your luxurious name brand vehicle. Located along the Bertil Harding Highway, Espas Motors is the Gambia's authorized dealer for Chery, Kia, Ford, and now we bring you the new Peugeot model 3008 SUV. 18-inch alloy wheels, 216 inches high ground clearance, keyless entry system, start and stop button, rear parking assistance system with reverse camera, adaptive cruise control with speed limit, LED daytime running lights, front and side airbags, 8-inch HD touchscreen. Not to forget our exquisite Peugeot Landtrek double cabin pickup with 2.1-liter diesel engine, 6-speed manual transmission 4x4, hill descent control, LED daytime running lights. Espas Motors, the authorized dealer for Peugeot. Visit us today or call us on 35-2222 or 353-4444.
Do your banking the smart way with the new Ajib Bank mobile app. Transfer money to any bank account in the Gambia. Top up airtime for all networks. Pay utility bills. Check your account balance and view mini statements. Request for ATM cards. Request for checkbooks and more in a single touch. So, do your banking in a smart way. Do your banking now with Ajib Bank mobile app. Every time is banking time. Ajib Bank, your investment partner. You asked for it, and QCell is giving it to you with our new and improved Sunyu Bundle Mega Promo. Now you can get more data at cheaper prices. Buy any of our bundle packages and enjoy massive discounts. Dial *303# and enjoy browsing on the network with the biggest coverage. Buy a 20 megabytes data bundle for as low as $7 and 50 bottles today, or purchase bigger bundles up to 20 gigabytes. Yes, that's right, 20 gigabytes of data at your fingertips. With our mega promo bundles, you can browse more, chat longer, and stay connected on the go, anytime, anywhere. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, we innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Espas Motors is the largest and most modern auto service in the Gambia. Espas Motors is the only authorized dealer in Chery, Mercedes-Benz trucks, Mercedes-Benz buses, Kia, Ford, Futon Mini and Midi buses, Futon trucks. At Espas Motors, we have qualified professionals who use modern technology to diagnose and repair all brands of motor vehicles. Espas Motor services include auto sales, auto repairs, vehicle painting, availability of high-quality spare parts, towing services. We are reachable at any time. Call Espas Motors on 35-2222, 353-4444, or locate us on the Bertil Harding Highway. Espas Motors.
back, and this is QTV This Morning. I'm Ibrahim Abalde. Now we are the final segment of this program. If you're just tuning in, and now let's talk to Chef Bojang. As you know, recently they attended a competition, Julde, and they've emerged victorious on the vegan and jollof rice category. It's important, I mean, for us to showcase the talents we have in this country. As you know, Gambia is doing a lot, but it's just a matter of showcasing to the world what we can do. And on that note, we have Chef Bojang here, and you know, his team. They will take us through, you know, this competition and how did they manage to come up with this. But I'm seeing
3 trophies.
Yes, the one for this year, and also other 2 trophies too. So they will take us through this. Yes, Chef, you're welcome on this program.
Thank you very much for having us at KTV today. We're really happy to be here, grateful as well. First and foremost, I must send this sincere gratitude to the Minister of Tourism for making this event a success.
Yes.
By having to provide us with tickets to fly out to represent the nation, which is really great. We honor him, respect him, and also thank him so much for making it happen. So we have here 3 trophies, obviously.
But Chef, before you go into the conversation and the trophies, I am curious to know something.
Right.
I'm seeing you wearing a sort of, how do you call it?
A chef jacket with,
say the chef jacket.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing a lot of, I mean,
Logos
on it. And I am seeing another gentleman here without logos. And does this indicate that seniority, like the service, I mean, does? I mean, the army or the police, we have a lot of badges and logos. So what does this mean?
our logo is the hat going up.
Okay.
So this sponsors that actually sponsored the event. So in a way of having to say thank you for their goodwill gestures, we'll have their logos and we travel with them so that people get to know that these are the people supporting these people or the people behind. Like you see, this one, they're mega sponsors to events that we get to embark on as chefs. So these are all, this is from the Nigerian. So basically this is African Chef Alliance and the whole of African Chef Alliance. So basically this side is more of a, what do you call them, affiliates. Then we have sponsors on the other side. So the major sponsors and of course the country where the event is taking place. Their national logo will be on us as well. So wherever we go, we
it's
have
important for us to know these little things because they matter a lot. I mean, these are sponsors and they spend their resources for people to, I mean, get to where we are today. So they should be recognized.
Very true.
As well. Yes. So take us through the awards.
Well, I'll probably start from the last year's 2022 WAFES, which is the West African Food Festival that normally will take place once a year in one country. So the countries will bid to host the event. So last year we were in Ghana where we competed on different categories. So the categories depend on how it's tailor-made by the country host. So for that of last year, we have the West African Chef of the Year that we emerged victorious against Ghana, the host. So of course that was because we both had a 465 score points, and then of course the advantage of host Ghana happened to be the lead in that category. But in having to treat us fairly, we've also been awarded the Chef of the Year for West African Food Festival. And the middle one is they've recognized my coaching skills over the years and awarded me as the Outstanding Coach of the Year as well for the West African Food Festival.
Team Gambia.
Nice.
Congratulations once again.
We have the youngest team, and of course on last year as well we had the youngest team to compete on that category, who competed amongst let's say parents who are old enough to be a father figure for this participant. So that alone proved out that we can do it with just a boost and some encouragement from the general public, country, stakeholders, and anyone who is proud of being a patriotic citizen. Yeah.
Wow, interesting, Julie.
Jollof rice. So finally, Chef, finally it has come back to us, to the Gambia, where it originated from.
Exactly, yeah. So, I mean,
what does it really take? I mean, like you said, you have a very young team, talented people, very beautiful people. What does it take you guys?
I mean, for me, I've always said this. I've said we didn't go to fight or battle over who owns jollof rice. We didn't go to compete in this jollof competition. We just literally went there to settle a dispute. And we've just done that. The dispute is now settled. We don't need this going anywhere else. Let it just be a case over. Now let's think of something else. But the jollof war is now
over and done with.
Done and dusted. Gambia owns it. It's back home and it's here to stay and never goes anywhere.
And that's the code there. All I did was to go and settle a dispute. Chef Bojang.
Oh, wow. It's done and dusted. Let's engage the lady now.
Well, I think even this code deserves an award, man.
Seriously.
Yes, at this point, let's engage our young lady down there. Please tell us your name.
Good morning. My name is Hadi Inyang, representing the Gambia Chef Association.
The Chef Association. How do you feel? I mean, you know, being part of the team, winning these categories.
Well, I feel very excited of being part of this team because we are like the youngest team on that competition, the youngest. We meet with different people who have like 15, 20 years experience in this field, whilst we just have 5 or 4, 3 years experience in this field. So we went to compete with them and we just take what belongs to us and bring it back to the Gambia. And we were very happy and proud of that.
Well, do you know you made us proud? Because even this morning I was fighting with one of my Ghanaian brother. I mean, he said to me, look, jollof rice, you know, jollof rice, jollof. I said to him, look, come on, calm down, chill. I mean, Chef Bojang just won the award.
We have taken back what belongs to us.
You know, so that is what it is. So where do you want to see yourself in coming years? You are young, you've mentioned it.
Yeah, I just want to see myself in a very high level, and I want to be a chef, lead a team in this Gambia, maybe a hotel or have my own institute or my own catering team. That's what I want to see myself in.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Chef, like you said, the team is a very young one, and this is not the first trophy you're bringing back home. But one thing that is like I'm curious about, why is it that we are not the host? I mean, Ghana has done it, Nigeria has done it, and other countries. But why not Gambia? What is taking us back?
I think one is the readiness.
Okay.
Because, for instance, when I say readiness, it's a general, not just the ministries or the government side. It's a country as a whole. I don't think we are yet ready for us as chefs. Because, like, for instance, if I'm to quote it from when we arrived at the airport, that was not even, it's only about 10 chefs that came to receive us with our trophies at the airport.
Wow.
And there was no even, per se, other non-chefs coming to receive us at the airport. It was just purely like friends going to receive a friend from the airport.
Wow.
And, of course, the jollof battle, this is a very big one. Because you go all over this across the globe. If you go to Europe, people are fighting over it. Nigeria, Ghana, Senegal, Gambia, they're fighting over this jollof. So if Gambia holds that title and brings it back, the whole nation should be out there to chant that trophy.
Absolutely.
So even when I say the media, there wasn't even one present.
Even QTV.
Well,
even Chef Bojang's QTV was not there. I mean, that's unfair.
So that's why I say this, it's a collective responsibility, because we need to be assured then that if we host this event, our people will be out there to support us. You know, it's really important we do things like that.
Yeah.
Because having to be received just by 10 people who are of our own, and then, well, kudos to one Tamba Jafang, who really, really took his time and came actually. He was the media person there, I would say, because he's a bird watcher, a very good person when it comes to boosting the tourism related matters. So he came actually to the foot of the plane to receive us with his camera, and then so if anyone wants to get any footages, he'll be the right person to contact.
Yeah, he did.
But was the visibility also there? Because I want to believe that something as important as this one deserves a huge media coverage. But I was wondering whether the visibility was there. Like, was it known to people?
Yes, it was, because before even we left for Nigeria, I've seen posts on Fat Network, which has gone viral, and I've seen posts on various iconic Facebookers and TikTokers. So the visibility was there. It's just a matter of interest. I mean, maybe because, like for us as chefs, a chef platform may not attract many viewers, but different platforms showcasing interest-based content attract more viewers than we do. So I think we all need to be ready for this to make sure, because next year, 2024, Gambia stands to host.
Wow.
So that's next year, 2024. So now it's about who is going to come on board to get this happening. We know the minister will come in for sure. GT board will come in for sure. So others, how do we come together? Because when you look at this, logos, there is no government body on it. It's more like to be a citizen having a company that they believe they need to be able to support the chefs in either as a citizen or as a way of having to market your tool or market your product. Which, of course, if you see Tasty Tom, right now they're the ones that came up with what we call a jollof mix. And then they have their brand ambassadors as chefs. So it's unlike Gambia here when advertisement is done by a celebrity. So for them, it's a chef who is able to advertise your food product better than anybody else. Because one dish, well, let's say, for instance, let's say mayonnaise. Maybe somebody else would just use mayonnaise as a condiment. But a chef can take mayonnaise from what you think of it as a condiment to something that no one ever thought of. So because of that, they use, and you can see Maggi as well. Maggi was the biggest sponsor that spent about, I think, according to this, about Gambian equivalent is about $800,000 that they put into this event to make sure the event, holds. Because the event is very big and it requires a lot of logistic finances. Oh my God, it's at least about $2 to $3 million.
Wow. So aside from the support that you were talking about, is there other criteria that is needed for the Gambia to host this? Because really, we are really particular about, we can't be coming home with all these trophies and not host even one single event. That's
terrible. The criteria, they are outlined, and I happen to be the one that draws the criteria.
Oh, congratulations. Abalde, we are really proud of our chef.
Well, I think it's a matter of giving attention to what belongs to us. Most of the time, people think Gambians cannot do things. You understand? You will be surprised to know chef can do more than, what is even done here.
It's just the support.
It's a matter of
supporting. Our own people.
What is preventing Gambia from giving you a journalist and a camera to go with you to the competition and put it live on television?
Yeah, guys.
Nothing should prevent you. I didn't even want to mention that because it's evident enough. There is no country that came without a journalist. But I think also the journalism part of this country, there's a bit that's missing on our area. Because when you look at it, you need to have a food journalist who is able to talk food, understand food, and be able to present food content. So that person should be able to travel with us, because like for instance, we just got back from Nigeria, Lagos. In Burkina Faso, I'm doing Burkina Faso in October, and we'll be doing South Africa Happy. Those people that come with us as journalists from countries, they write and take pictures and then, of course, video for content development for their country tourism industry. So us as a nation should be really thinking out of the box than going to the usual, the normal that we call the normal. It's about time for us to step our game up and start thinking, what can we do? And diversification of talents. For instance, the journalism should have that aspect of it, meaning food journalist.
I know Balde would love that.
Yeah, definitely.
Get ready. When you're going, you can
well,
go with Balde.
I mean, I think we can make a, we can change the narrative,
definitely,
you know, and also focus on these areas because these things matter. I mean, look at, we have 3 awards, my friend. I mean,
we
these
are
things,
really proud.
If other countries today would be organizing, I mean, a very big event for chef and the food.
Well, I mean,
and are we expecting that? Speaking of which, like, are we expecting that from the government?
Well, like I always say, it's not just the government. It's a collective responsibility. It's a national award. And it's not, it doesn't say Chef Bojang or Marcela or Malan Kebe or Hadinyang or Yusuf Sawane, who is not here, and of course Chef Musa Dabo. It said the Gambia. And when we go, we're representing the red, white, blue, white, green. And when the names are mentioned, it's Gambia winning this trophy. So it's a collective responsibility for the nation to recognize the win or the trophy that we brought home. So for the celebrations, we leave that to everybody else's, you know, to
Gambia, come out
Definitely.
in your large numbers. We need to celebrate our own.
I think we need to be fair enough and see how best to at least pay back. It's, I mean, it's an effort. Imagine celebration. Yes, imagine us supporting Chef and the crew. You know, it's like supporting the Gambia.
True.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Chef, for coming on the program with your team. We appreciate this, and we will also be following. Next time you won't go alone. We'll make sure we cover you 100%.
Inshallah.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we'll make sure we do that, and we'll be showing what you do on This Morning here on QTV. You said your next event is in October.
October in Burkina Faso.
And do you have support for that, like ticket-wise and other logistical issues?
Not yet at all. Not yet, because even when we had our difficult times to get tickets, we put it out there on the social media. We haven't even received a call from anybody to say we'll come and help you to one ticket or so. And then these are events that when we go, all we look for is tickets. We don't really look out for any other support other than tickets to fly out of the country and go and represent our nations out of there. But I just think we need to work towards that. Hopefully there will be somebody out there who will come and say, okay, we'll buy you a ticket to fly out. But we have been having these challenges over years. These are not the only trophies that we have. It's just like this is what I could bring
the
today.
Major trophies.
Yeah, I mean, even 2021 as well we won. 2020 that wasn't, but I went as a single person to Togo for a Pan-African cooking competition, which I won as well. Then on 2019 as well, we had, we went into 4 categories and we won all the categories. Came home. So this has been a normal for us to go out and win trophies and bring home. Although, like you said, it hasn't been out there like it's meant to be. Like other countries, when they win, even the one that came second, Liberia, when I saw the way they were received by their country people, I was like, oh my God. Are they receiving chefs, or are they receiving a president, or what's going on?
Yeah, it should be like that. It should be like that.
Yes, but the narrative should change.
Gambia,
Chef Bojang is preparing another trip in October. So
philanthropists, businessmen, please let's support our own. You know, do you have a QCell line that they can contact in any case if any good businessman out there?
Yes, we do have. Yeah, well, I do have a QCell line. That's 591 9065, isn't it?
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Or if you can.
I'm not really good with
or in fact, if you can contact QTV, then we will connect you to Chef Bojang. Chef, thank you for coming and the whole team. Until we come here again next week, have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.